All right, so I have been struggling for the last week to recreate a song called "Such a Shame" by Talk Talk. Um, yeah, it's a challenging one because of the unique sounds they use, because of the chord structures. It's an amazing song. It really is a classic. So after struggling for a little while on different parts of it, what I decided to do, and I'm nowhere near complete, is just lay down some of the very basics of the track and then kind of build around that. The kind of things I need to build are the mellotron sounds, the mellotron keyboard sounds that come through, the elephant. That's a real struggle to get that right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but anyway. So let me show you in terms of just laying down some of the basics. So make sure I don't mute myself, otherwise you're going to go on there, and I'll drum track and I'll put piano. So just drums, actually not even drums, just some of the percussion, a little bit of the percussion, which is just on a repetitive loop, and then laying down some of the basic chords of the piano is what I got, and then I'll move on to some of the other sounds. So let's go through this real quick. So yeah, what did I use there? An 808. So an 808. So to get that, yeah, so kind of American Indian sound, I guess, in the intro of the song. So I used the 808. This is it. Yeah, not perfect, but getting there. And then I just played various different parts. Didn't start necessarily at the beginning of the song. Just played the piano pieces as I thought, I can kind of remember them. So there was that sort of anyway. Here we go. I'll play that through as I've laid down the piano tracks. Some of the basic piano chords. Right, then one of the other challenges were when we get to just before the chorus, No, during the chorus. Sorry. There's a really nice piece that supposedly was played on a mellotron. So I decided, okay, let's muck around with the mellotron and see if I can recreate that sound. And here's what came out. So I'm going to just loop on these couple of bars here, 4 bars, which I've recorded the mellotron. But yeah, it wasn't that easy. I had to pull a few tricks and probably still need to pull a few more tricks to try and recreate that ambience that Talk created in this particular track. So there we go, an Arturia melloton, the first melloton. So the first melloton sound I picked was a sound called Big Stereo Choir preset, right? And that kind of gave me the style of it. So a couple of things going on there. One, it didn't sound as punchy as the original sound. That so I layered it with another sound, which I'll show now, which was also played on a mellotron. But the problem I had with this was it was an octave too low, right? So fire up that mellotron, come on. There we go. But playing that an octave higher, obviously the original mellotron didn't go up an octave higher on that particular preset, well, on that mix of sound. But so yeah, it didn't sound quite right. So here's how it came out. Let me just play you a loop, that part there. Now with the combined sound. I was getting there, but what I then did is I recorded that piece and then I pushed it up a whole octave. So played that, but added on another octave on top of that. And that's where I'm at. So this is what it sounds like. And I think that additional octave gives it that boost. So when you play that in context to the piano and the drums, which again, just part of the drum track is very, very basic. This is what it sounds like. It's not there yet, but it's getting closer. All right. The other sound, which was a really lovely sound, I created on a Roland Juno. So a Juno 6 synth. And a very basic reedy type of sound. So let's bring that up there. Probably playing that in the wrong key, right? So it's probably there. So in context, I'll play the whole thing now. And again, this is where I'm at. And I'm going to end off by talking a bit about the elephant sound. But here we go. Let's put that all together. that's about it. The elephant sound. Oh God, this was a struggle. So I even emailed one of the artists that worked on this and try to get some hints, because I heard several different things. I've heard it's been done. It was done on a Jupiter 8, Roland Jupiter 8 synth. That they were messing around with some presets and came up with this kind of elephant moan. And I also heard it was done with an odd instrument called a variophone, which you kind of blow into, so that gives it that breathy sound that you actually hear a lot of that breathy sound, especially on the 12-inch remix of Such a Shame. You hear those sort of breathy sounds in the beginning. So I thought, all right, I don't know what it was made on. Let me go back to a Jupiter 8 and let me twiddle. And this was hours and hours of sodding around with the Jupiter 8, virtual Jupiter 8 on top of that, to try and get this sound, which eventually I called SUS Elephant 4. Such a shame. Elephant 4. And it sounded like this, and it's not there yet. And what I'll probably end up having to do is layer this 3 times, because I took different samples of this. Right, so let me go over here and show you what the different samples are. Yeah, a couple of different things going on there. So if I look at the Jupiter 8, okay. So it sounded, I don't know, I don't really understand how elephants make the noise they do, but it sounded like there was more than one note that was trumpeting out there. So I used 3 notes. You can see those 3 notes. Playing around with this. Yeah, okay. I use a delay as well to get, because in the song they use a delay as well, but it seems to come out different every time you play it. Yeah, maybe I got some keyboard velocity on there as well. Anyway, that's as close as I can get at the moment. I mean, the original sound. Yeah, listen to the original. And I really don't want to be using a sample. I do want to try and create the sound. Anyway, that's it. That's where we're at with Such a Shame. I'll try and keep it going in the background. Got plenty of other work to continue with, but this particular challenge I wanted to do. So stay in touch. Let's hope we get this one out the door. I want to get at least 2 or 3 Talk songs done. Got a couple of Tears for Fears tracks down. Got a nice track by Friendly Fires. Progressing to build the setup, but this is the challenge. This is the hard work. Anyway, take care. See you soon.